What's going on, people, and welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to do a quick reaction to the game that finished earlier on this afternoon. Celtic 2, Rangers 1 in the Scottish Premiership. Celtic in a really strong position to win the Scottish Premier League now. They only need a point in the next game against Kilmarnock on Wednesday night at Rugby Park to win the Championship. Rangers now need Celtic to lose both games and they need to win both of theirs, which, you know, I can't see Celtic doing, to be honest. But yeah, Celtic need a point in their last two games against Kilmarnock and St Mirren respectively. I know we've got a bad record at Kilmarnock, but, you know, I think Celtic won the title now. Once again, Celtic were the better side. Deservedly were 2-0 up. You know, could have been more. Jack Butland again was Rangers' best player. You know, I thought O'Reilly was excellent in the first half. He dictated the game really well. I thought Hatate was quite quiet. I didn't think it was Hatate's best game. I thought McGregor was good. Thought he controlled the game. Made Lundstrom look like an idiot most of the time. You know, Lundstrom was absolutely honking for Rangers. You know, I'll get onto him in a second in that sending off. I didn't think Johnson was good. I thought Fabio Silva, I'm not his biggest fan. I personally don't like the guy. I think he's a cheater, but he did give Alistair Johnson, he did roast him a couple of times. Maeda was good in the first half. I think he gave Tabernier a few problems. I thought Forrest was good. But Forrest actually went to Barisic. And I think Barisic found it difficult to handle him. But yeah, Celtic got the win. Scales was good. Scales defended quite well, particularly in the second half where we lost composure towards the end. It was similar to the game where we beat Rangers 2-1 back in December. I thought we lost control in the second half towards the end. It was a bit nervy, but we saw it out. So yeah, Celtic started the game, you know, by far the better side. You know, Rangers were on the back foot. You know, Butland had to save from Suter. You know, Forrest goes past Barisic too easily. As from a Rangers perspective, you'd be annoyed, but from a Celtic perspective, really good play from Forrest. Goes past Barisic easily, and it's, you know, he plays it across, hits Suter. Good say, he just basically hit Butland. You know, that was first chance. O'Reilly had a few chances. You know, had a few pop shots. You know, getting away from Lundstrom, you know, every time. You know, Lundstrom was nowhere near any of our midfielders in the first half. Thought Diamande, I don't understand why everyone rates this guy. You know, I thought he was dreadful as well. I don't think he's that good, to be honest. I mean, he was dreadful. Gave away stupid free kicks. He completely wiped out He should have been booked as well. You know, Rangers should have had at least 2 or 3 players booked. You know, in the first half, in my opinion. But yeah, eventually Celtic scored. You know, it's O'Reilly. You know, it's really good play. McGregor, you know, gets the ball. You know, Forrest, you know, McGregor down that side. You know, Barisic is beat too easily. And then it comes out to O'Reilly, who was in acres of space. You know, Lundstrom was nowhere to be seen. Diamande was nowhere to be seen. Great finish from O'Reilly into the bottom corner past Butland. 1-0 Celtic. Celtic then scored a second one. You know, it was a bit lucky. You know, it's John Lundstrom an own goal. But Maeda does really well. You know, goes past Tabernier again so easily. You know, Tabernier had no clue what to do. You know, he played it across. Hit Lundstrom. It went in. You know, past wrong-footed Butland. 2-1 Celtic. 2-0 Celtic. Rangers did get a goal back. You know, this is poor defending from Celtic. You know, Johnson gets beat too easily by Silva. Silva goes past him too easily. Back post, you know, Sterling comes in. You know, beats Taylor too easily in the end. Back post. Dessers is there. 2-1 to Celtic at half-time. You know, second half begins. You know, it was all then Lundstrom got himself sent off for an awful challenge on Alistair Johnson. Really poor challenge. You know, Hart played the ball into Johnson. Johnson turns Lundstrom. Lundstrom comes in. He gets nothing on the ball. You know, he does get the ball, but he comes through Alistair Johnson. It's a red card every day of the week. Lundstrom signed up his game. I thought he was absolutely dreadful. This guy's been at his record against Celtic is dreadful. You know, an absolute big thud in my opinion. Hopefully he never plays an Old Firm game again. I thought he was crap for them, and he was shown up today by our midfield. Our midfield's so much better than theirs. It's ridiculous. But yeah, Celtic ended up going in at half-time 2-1. Second half, Celtic obviously had a man up. They had total control of the game in the second half, really. Rangers didn't really cause a threat until the last 10 minutes. You know, O'Reilly again had a few shots that went wide. Celtic then got a penalty. It was Diamande on O'Reilly, you know, after a VAR check. You know, I personally thought it wasn't a penalty. I thought it was really harsh on Diamande, who, again, I didn't think he was good. I think this guy's overrated, to be honest. You know, just a few good games against like Dundee and teams like that. Everyone thinks he's good. You know, where was he in this game, really? He was nowhere near our midfielders. He would never get a game for our team, to be honest. yeah, he committed the foul. You know, Willie Collum gave a penalty initially, went to VAR. VAR said, have a look, you know. Then he's based up to his decision. You know, O'Reilly stepped up. Poor penalty from O'Reilly. Butland made the save. And yeah, Celtic, you know, was still in control of the game. Then Celtic started getting nervous. I think Rangers, you know, luckily Rangers didn't have the quality to threaten Celtic. But yeah, you know, a few balls into the box, a few sloppy passes from Celtic, similar to the game last time against Rangers at Parkhead. You know, either could have settled the game on the break at one point. You know, I think when Sterling went to the back, I thought we found it more harder to get through. I thought Sterling, again, was one of Rangers' best players from them, you know. I think he's decent, to be honest. I think he's probably their best player, to be honest. He's probably one of the only few may get a game for Celtic, in my opinion. But yeah, your Rangers didn't cause a threat, luckily. Celtic were a bit sloppy. But in the end, Celtic ended up winning 2-1. Big result for Celtic. Big result for Brendan Rodgers. You know, Philip Clement, you know, that's 3 games against Celtic. He's not beaten us yet. You know, that's not really good if you're a Rangers manager. You know, Brendan has a great record against Rangers. He seems to always get the better of them. We got one more game against Rangers in the Scottish Cup final, which, you know, we're massive favourites to win. If we play like we did today, we'll beat Rangers in the cup final. I think we're the favourites. I think we're by far the better side. Even though we haven't been at our best this season, I think we've been pretty poor. I think both sides are not at their strongest, to be honest, this year. But yeah, Celtic are the better side. You know, proved it today. You know, Derby Day in Glasgow once again belongs to Celtic and Brendan Rodgers. You know, Kilmarnock now on Wednesday night. You know, it could be over for Rangers before then. If Rangers don't beat Dundee on Tuesday night at Ibrox, you know, Celtic will be champions. Because Rangers need to win their against Dundee now. But I'd rather Celtic just went out there and did it themselves. You know, Celtic can do it. I'd rather Celtic done it themselves. You know, if Rangers do get a result and they beat Dundee, Celtic win against Kilmarnock, you know, or draw, Celtic win the league. So, you know, Celtic are in a strong position. You know, we lost control of this title race. We should have won this way earlier. You know, we were 8 points clear at the start of the season. We let Rangers back in, you know, then we took it back off them. You know, Rangers blew it, in my opinion, from their point of view, and we were too complacent. But yeah, we've proven we're the better side. You know, we're unbeaten in Old Firm games this year. We've had 4 and we've won 3 of them. You know, 2 Celtic Park games. We won 2-1 in both of them. We should have won by more, in my opinion, than this one. This one was similar to one at Ibrox, you know, except that Rangers didn't come back this time. But yeah, well done to Celtic. Best player for me was Matt O'Reilly. Excellent. Completely dominated in the first half. Classy player. You know, Rangers don't have anybody like that in their team, in my opinion. You know, they rely on like Campbell and Raskin and Diamande and bloody Lundstrom. You know, guys who would never get a game for Celtic, in my opinion. And yeah, Celtic got the win. Congratulations to Brendan and the team. And yeah, that's the end of my reaction. I'll be back for the reaction to the Kilmarnock game, which will be a tough game. You know, Brendan hasn't got a good record at Rugby Park, but hopefully we can go there and get the result we need. Like I said, we only need a draw to win the title, but I'd rather we won it outright, to be honest, and we won the game. But yeah, thanks for this video. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next one. Congratulations, Celtic. Peace.